In this video, I'm gonna break down everything that you need to know before starting engineering in 2025. If you follow this video, you will be prepared to make the most out of your college engineering experience compared to the rest of your peers. Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm a full-time software engineer, part-time content creator, and part-time student. In college, I transformed myself from someone who couldn't hold a conversation to someone who could present to executives and land a six-figure job straight out of college. On this channel, I help you build confidence through yourself through learning about engineering. If you're watching this video, you're probably starting into the crazy journey of engineering. But there's something that you need to understand before you start. I mean, I'll be honest, when I first started engineering, I just thought it was all about how much money you can make at the end of the day, and how many problems you can solve, and the type of people that you surround yourself with. Now, some of these may be important to you, but I just want you to think about the big picture. Why engineering? What is even the point of it all? Put really simply, engineering is just using your skills to help people. It's about building things, creating systems, or developing technology that actually improves people's lives. Whether you're designing software, developing a medical device, or doing some sort of chemical research, everything and anything that you do as an engineer is to serve other people. Nobody really explains this to you until you start working at companies that serve this purpose. I learned the purpose of engineering when I started working at Johnson & Johnson. They have a really impactful credo, which is just basically a purpose statement. And there, I learned a ton about why it is so important to be an engineer. You may think in the beginning, it's about how much you get paid, how well you do in your classes, and how many problems you can solve off the top of your head. But at the end of the day, engineering is all about helping people. And understanding that will definitely help you contextualize your entire college and engineering experience. And guess what? If you want to be good at helping people, then you probably need to be good at talking to them. But before that, if you're somebody who loves self-improvement, engineering, and business, please subscribe because that's all I make videos about. I post every single day on all of my socials, so you can start by following me here and then following me everywhere else. All right, so we talked about the heart of engineering. It's all about helping people. As you're getting ready for engineering in 2025, you're probably worried about more things than that. You're thinking, oh man, these classes are gonna be so hard. I'm not prepared for my math classes. These physics classes are gonna kill me. But listen, there is another skill that you can prepare for right now that will actually change the entire trajectory of your engineering career. Maybe you're worried, oh, I'm not that good at coding. Oh, I don't know how to do physics, or I'm not excited for chemistry. But listen, I hear you. I would say, don't worry about that stuff beforehand. The way that you're gonna be learning things in class, you're probably gonna be fine. The thing that you need to worry about is a skill that you're not really taught in school. It's something that will literally change your entire engineering path and your life as a whole. Here's the thing, it's not really the first thing that comes to mind when you think about engineering, but it is super, super important. I mean, when you think about engineering, you probably think about some guy hunched over his desk, soldering or cutting something, or on his computer or something like that. And you don't think about the guy who is talking to his coworker about a project he needs to get done, or hosting a meeting, or hosting an event for his entire company. That's not the guy you think of, because you just think of the result. But the process of getting anything done in engineering usually involves other people. Think of your skills as an engineer like an engine. Imagine it's like a super strong, souped up engine. It's got all these doodads and things in it that are gonna make you go really fast, but you forgot one thing, the wheels. Communication is like the wheels to your engine. You won't really go very far with all of these skills and all of this power if you can't communicate to get to the places that you need to go. The best engineers are the best communicators. Being able to write a very clear email, being able to set up a time to have a discussion with somebody about something that you don't understand, being able to host a meeting and get your ideas across to an entire team of people. These may not seem like really glamorous skills, but they are the fundamental things that you need to do and be able to do as a good engineer. You need to be able to sell yourself. You need to be able to have conversations with anybody that comes in your way. I think the best way to do this, especially in college, is to get really involved with communities. I mean, you're in college, you're paying for the experience. Let's say you're interested in painting. There's 100% an art club at your school. Let's say you're interested in hackathons. Go join a hackathon. There's nothing to lose. You are in a state where you are learning new things. And the best thing to learn is communication. Don't take these events as a way for you to pull yourself away from your studies or not be as focused as you should be on your engineering degree. This is a part of your engineering degree. Focus on building those communication skills early especially if you want to work in a higher level managerial position one day in the future. Either way, you're gonna need it for the rest of your life. So give it a shot. So I might have lied about the last point. I mean, communication is really important, but what happens if the people that you're communicating with don't have the answers? And honestly, in 2025, with all the tools available, you'd probably think that AI is all you need in order to be a good communicator, or that there's no way to get access to the information that you need. But let me tell you a story. I was in this really, really hard class called biotransport, where you essentially had to learn how to do calculations and calculus on different blood vessels and the fluids that were flowing inside of them. So how do you measure the speed of the fluid in your lungs or the fluid in your veins or anything? It was really hard and it was really difficult because it was something that you couldn't really look up. I mean, sure, you could try your best to look up hard, really difficult calculus questions about the human body on Google, but nothing really came up when I did that. So what I did was I went to my teacher for help. And when I was there, I really felt bad about myself because I was like, why am I not just understanding what she is teaching from the course? Like, I sit there every single Wednesday and Monday. Why am I not learning as much as the other people are? Shouldn't I just be able to learn from what she's teaching? With this incorrect way of thinking, I stopped going to those office hours. I told myself, don't need them. I just need to work harder, study harder, get myself to a better level so I can perform better in the class. And this was, again, a really hard class. I didn't even think I was going to make it at the end of the semester. I was ready to write myself off, but I think like 3 or 4 weeks before the semester ended, my professor just pulled me aside and said, hey, I haven't seen you at office hours in a while. You can just come back at any time. I'm here to help you pass this class. And I'm like, yeah, that's the whole point of a professor. Why am I trying to use AI, all these different tools, and asking help from the internet when I can just go to my professor again? College is the process of having nothing, knowing nothing, and then being put in a position where you're prepared to go into the workforce and actually do things. And why wouldn't a professor want to help you? Like, that kind of entire moment it like completely shifted my way I communicated and talked with professors from there on out, because I was just like, hey, I can just ask for help all the time, because that's exactly what they're there for. Professors are supposed to be your friends, not AI. I mean, sure, AI can be your friend, but what I'm trying to say is it's okay to ask for help. In 2025, you probably feel this idea that, oh yeah, I can just ask AI for help, or I can get the resources online or find something else. But if you already have access to people who have suffered, who have wasted many hours, who have put a lot of time and effort into getting to a level where they can teach you, then why don't you just learn directly from them? Be a teacher's best student by asking the best questions. Keep asking them questions. Learn as much as you can from them. There is no point to not do that because you're the one paying for the education. Get the most out of it, and I swear to you, you'll be a better prepared engineer in 2025 because of it. So we've laid out the blueprint of starting strong in engineering, the why of engineering, the importance of communication, the importance of asking for help, and finally, I have something that I wish somebody told me a lot earlier. This one thing will literally change you from being okay to excellent. And I'm not joking about this. This was the one thing that I wish I did more of in school. Like, it's arguably the most impactful thing that you can do for yourself and your career. And if I had done this more, I'm certain I'd be in a completely different place than I am now. I mean, think about everything we talked about. The knowledge that you need, the skills that you need, the everything. How do you take all that skill, that raw power and everything that you learned and actually apply it into the real world? It's internships. I think that if you don't understand the importance of internships, you need to ask yourself, why wouldn't they be important? Companies literally give you the ability to get paid to learn from them. Unless you're starting your own startup or doing something absolutely cracked over the summer break, there's no reason why you shouldn't be grinding to find an internship during the summer or even winter breaks during college. They already have programs like this. I don't know if you know what a co-op program is, but essentially it lets you graduate in 5 years, but in between each of those 5 years, you have like a little extra time to work for a company, and they like help you find the company to work for. So it really helps you to break in. But the point of what I'm saying is, think about the opportunities that you get when you're in college. You are literally being paid to learn when you get an internship. There is no reason to not take that opportunity. Like, you're paying so much for school, now it's time for you to show what you actually learned, to actually get out there, show the world how good you are, and learn. Take the opportunity and take as many opportunities as you can to get an internship. Like, internships can make or break your resume. If you graduate college without any sort of internship, any sort of experience in the real world, it's gonna be pretty tough to find a job. It's not impossible, but I'm telling you from personal experience, from somebody who went from biomedical engineering to software engineering, I wish that I had focused on working at more software companies when I first started out. I could have accelerated my career way further if I had just taken the time to apply to really, really specific software companies. And although my second internship was at a clinical software company, I feel that, like, if I maybe worked a little bit hard in the software field, maybe had a little bit more experience and time to work on my coding skills, I could have gotten an internship that I could have had like a lot more impact at. And you shouldn't regret like any of your decisions or anything that you did in the past if you are taking actions to be better now. But remember, if you have the opportunity to, please, please, please try finding an internship when you're in school. I cannot stress how important it is enough. Find what you don't like fast. Like, fail immediately. Even if you can't find an internship, even if you do get an internship and you really don't like it, at least you learned. The whole point of college in general is for you to learn. So if you don't take the opportunity, if you wait until the end of the 4 years to try getting a job at the end, sure, you can do that. But I'm telling you, it's better to learn as soon as you can. Do you actually like the engineering that you're doing? Maybe as a freshman, you're into computer science, but you work at a computer science company and you just hate it. And then you switch to civil engineering. You go work for a civil company and you love it. This won't happen unless you take the opportunity to learn. Now, we touched on all these ideas and all of these things, and if you're still watching this video, you're probably one of the 1% of people who actually cares about your career as an engineer. Remember, a lot of people will chalk up engineering to just being a job that they do or something that needs to get done, but in reality, it's what moves society forward. Without engineers, we wouldn't be where we're at today. Now, obviously, there are way too many things to discuss when it comes to the topic of being prepared for engineering in 2025. But I'll leave you with these 4. Engineering is about helping people. Don't forget that. It's something that you need to understand in order to get through those really tough moments and those really tough classes. Second, communication is what makes or breaks your career as an engineer. You have to learn how to communicate in all aspects of life, because if you don't, you won't succeed. Plain and simple. 3, please ask for help. As an engineer, you have this preconceived notion that you're gonna be working at your desk, sitting alone, grinding, but really, you can ask for help at any time, and it's completely okay to do so. And 4, and again, the most important one, if you're starting engineering in 2025 and you wanna set yourself up for success, please, please, please try to get an internship. Internships are amazing. You get paid to learn new things. Use those opportunities to network with people, learn new skills, and show the world just how good of an engineer you really are. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up so I know you liked watching. And if you want to watch more videos about self-improvement and engineering, please press subscribe, click the little notification bell, and let me know what else you'd like to hear about. Good luck on your engineering journey, and please watch this video about William Osman and his journey if you're more interested in self-improvement and engineering. Peace!